Yeah, I know, I haven't shaved. Get over it, okay? Just a very quick one, okay? What do you think of people who say that Jesus was a white man? This wonderful commentator says, what do you think of people who say Jesus was a white man? What are your thoughts in regard to Jesus' racial background? Christianity is like... the basic facts of Christianity is it's not a white person's religion, okay? It's a Jewish religion. It's a Jewish subsect which developed as thinking within a certain community about the need to worship in the same place for everyone in the entire nation was kind of like getting a bit thin, all right? And there was a feeling of being generally pissed off about, you know, being controlled by the Roman Empire. It's essentially either a black religion or a Asian stroke Middle Eastern looking person's religion. It's not a Caucasian religion at all. So you got this like basically a black Jewish cult which all these white supremacists are identifying with. Oh my god. Jesus did not have my kind of like skin color. No. 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 It just goes to show you how much people like contort stuff and twist stuff for their own political purposes rather than just trying to find things out. Watch a few proper documentaries, not just these like online documentaries, which are often written by or created by people who want to try and make everyone become a right-wing bastard. I mean, we got this major force of evil in Christianity, which is the use of Christianity to make everyone paranoid and therefore easy to control, and like you've got the end times theology doing that, and you've got other people who are trying to use Christianity to make everyone an unpleasant, undesirable right-wing person, and then you've got strains of pagan thoughts within New Age paganism, which is trying to make everyone think, well, this is the culture of my race, so that stuff's going on as well. So you got one strain of Christianity driving people to the right with fear and paranoia. Got another form of paganism drawing people to the you know, the white power rights slowly and subtly, bit by bit. And then you've got like other aspects of the kind of like New Age religious world, namely you know, Levian Satanism and various satanic groups, all of which, no, that would be an exaggeration. You know, a certain percentage of which, shall we say, are about trying to change someone's mentality so that they become the kind of person who is right for right-wing ideas. You know, and possibly even turning people into sort of like some kind of like Nazi sympathizer type person. You know, and then of course you got the Thelema aspect, you know, Aleister Crowley's writings being interpreted using his own frames of reference, which was essentially based upon right-wing ideas, and that's why he was a Nazi sympathizer himself, because he thought that that was somehow good, and that's sort of like drawing people to the right. I mean, the more you look at how all these little cults and cultures are being used by very articulate, okay, very skillful people for political gain, and it's for political gain through getting into people's minds, okay, whether it's through fear or through bigging up people's egos or a sense of false identification or a sense of false loyalty. It's all there to turn the individual, the human individual who's a part of these cults, into someone whose values are less than rational, and that can't be a good thing. Okay, and to a certain extent, you know, what with like the anti-vaccine crowd, you might even think that in some parts of the world and some regions of some parts of the world, they're having some success, which could of course be putting the rest of us in jeopardy. I mean, the conspiracy theorists, that's part and parcel, the way I see it, as being a form of right-wing agenda. because it's there to terrify you or frighten you. It's thinking that your stability and your security and your ability to have a family is all being threatened right now. Your rights are being taken away. We're already under an extreme right totalitarian state, which we're not in the West at the moment. Okay, we got a conservative government in the UK. I don't necessarily agree with their values, but we're not in total tyranny as of yet. That was just me sort of like demonstrating a point. But come on, just try and work out, whenever you're reading these books written by these people on New Age subjects, recognize that there is a political component to what they're writing. They want to have a political effect in the outer world. They want to do it through changing the way that you think. Now, some of these people, the authors and the rest of it, could just be stupid or misguided or just being a little mischievous and don't really care what happens to the outer world, because they're the kind of people who only ever votes through like a roulette. They choose a number at random and they vote for that person, or they don't vote at all, or they don't care, or they feel hard done by and so they want to, like, you know, damage the system. Or alternatively, they could be connected to other groups or cults or political parties that have a desire to create a form of political change through the individuals and the ideas of the individuals. Okay, I've been doing a bit of internet dating. I came across this woman at one point. Looked great, talked great, roughly my age, looking to settle down, all the rest of that. Wonderful, I thought. We got talking a bit further, and all of a sudden, bam, you know, the conspiracy theories came right out. And she tried to convince me of the ideas which I had unconvinced myself of a certain number of years ago, and I'd unconvinced myself of them as a result of finding things out and developing a deeper, more nuanced understanding of the way the world works. And hey presto, her voting strategy, her family's voting strategy was a bit to the right of center, further than even David Cameron. Okay, we're talking, you know, moving on to the scary zone. Okay, and I of course extrapolated that either she had those views and she was using the conspiracy theories to justify her having those views, or she had some of those views, the conspiracy theories came in and like amplified them inside her, okay? Or she'd watched all that stuff, read all that stuff, and hey presto, boom, you know, it turns her into that quality of person. We're in a scary world at the moment because the nature of the political reality is not based upon knowledge, evidence, research, people finding things out, looking deeply into arguments. It's all based upon passion. It's based upon fear. It's based upon concepts of identity which might be incorrect. It's based upon a wide variety of different fuck-ups, for want of a better phrase, okay? Negative things which are getting into people's sense of being, and from that point creating change. And the question you've got to ask yourself is, am I being adjusted by the New Age religious media that I'm looking at, whether it's like a Christian media, a Jewish media, an Islamic media, a pagan media, or a Wiccan media, a airy-fairy, spiritual but not religious stuff, whatever. There could easily be something in there which is like kicking into gear a cogwheel inside yourself. I mean, a lot of the videos I've done on this channel when I was basically a bit more angry about the subject myself was about, why the heck are you thinking this rubbish? Okay? Rather than actually coming closer to the truth. And the reason you're thinking of it is because you're watching videos by very well trained public speakers who've got an agenda. Some of them have had their agendas you know, the agenda of the individual adjusted by other things that they've read or other things that they've watched. So these ideas are being repeated and repeated and repeated. Okay, a bit like Chinese whispers and getting more and more extreme, maybe. But someone's planted the seeds. And I just hope that I am slowly uprooting a few of them. And hopefully this video can help you to understand some of how the political reality of this world works. Okay? Keep cool, chillax, and Jesus was a black Jew. Get used to it. If you're one of these like blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Aryan, whatever it is, you're following an ethnic minority religion, essentially, or, you know, that's the way it is. Accept it. And if you can't accept it, carry on watching my channel for a bit longer. And maybe, just maybe, there'll be something in my older videos that may challenge you, that may make you wake up, think for a change, and stop being so much of a complete arse.